Welcome to Module 3 of the Ultimate Masterclass titled 0 to 10 million in 30 days. In this module, we're going to be diving into the operational strategy of your business. This determines the failure or success of your business. Now, in Module 1 and Module 2, we focused on our goal for our business and we came up with the strategies that will help us to get to that finish line. Now, in this module, we're going to be focusing on the day-to-day activities that we need to do to enable us get to that 10 million naira mark at the end of the month. Now, one of the key questions we're going to be addressing in today's module is this: how do we structure our business in such a way that we're able to meet our goal of 10 million at the end of the month? Now, in order to achieve this, we're going to be looking at several things. And one of the first things we want to look at is our operational efficiency. For you to meet your goal, you have to be efficient when it comes to your operations. So I want you to take a look at your business and how you run your business on a day-to-day basis. How efficient are you? When we think about operational efficiency, we have to focus on doing more with less time. So it's not all about making your process complicated, but you want to look at what is the easiest way, the most simple way to achieve a goal without overstressing my team, without overstressing myself, without overstressing my budget, and without overstressing my staff. You're looking at the least stressful way that will give you the most results. So now one of the things you want to focus on is streamlining your process. So I want you to take a look at your business. What are the steps you need to do in order for you to get from point A to point B? Now, when I take a look at my business, in order for us to be able to offer our product or our service to our customers, I need to take a look at our product. I need to take a look at the check-in process. I need to take a look at the facility. I need to take a look at my staffing. So I need to start from the point of when a customer actually makes a request to, buy one of our product or our services. What does the process look like? Is it easy for a customer to actually come on board and purchase from us? How stressful is that process? Okay, now when they buy from us, from the time they buy from us up until the time that we actually deliver that product to them, how easy is our process? Those are the things you have to look at, because every step on the way could either be frustrating or be a wow factor to your customer. So you have to take a look at your process based on what you're selling. How does my customer even buy from me? What channel, what medium are they buying from me? Are they buying from social media? If they're buying from social media, what is the DM experience, right? The direct message, what's the experience? When a customer reaches out to me, my DM, how long does it take for me to respond to that customer? From the point when I respond to the customer to when the customer pays, how long does that take? What is my process of conversing with my customer? How long does that take? Do I have all the information available to enable my customer space to make a decision as quickly as possible? Or how stressful is that process? From when they pay and from the time that I intend to deliver to them, how long is that process? What do I need to do in order for me to be able to successfully deliver that product or that service to that customer? How stressful is that process? How easy is that process? That is what we mean by operational efficiency, because guess what? If you're not efficient in your operations, even if you have a 10 million target, even if you're doing everything to enable you get there, guess what? When that funnel is broken, your customers are not going to come through. And even when they come through, they might fall out during the process. They might come in, but they do not pay. So that way you're losing sales, right? They might buy the first time, but if it was a frustrating experience, guess what? They're not going to come the next time. So all of these things are crucial and critical to the success of your business. You have to be efficient when it comes to your operations. So what I want you to do is reflect on how your business works. Put yourself in the position of your customer and try to buy from yourself. Okay, so now I'm trying to buy my products. What's the first thing I need to do? What's the second thing I need to do? What's the third thing that needs to be done? What's the fourth thing that needs to be done? That is what we call your value stream. So you have to take a look at all the steps from start to finish. And anywhere you see a bottleneck, guess what? You have to treat it and take care of it so that from point A to point B, right, which is your last point, when your customer actually receives the product and the service, it's a seamless product. For my team, I always tell them, for every DM that comes through, you have less than a minute to respond. And even for myself, when I'm actually acting as a customer service on that day, I respond within a minute, because I know that my customers don't have all the time in the world. So as they're asking me For my service, they're asking the next person, so it's whoever responds first that they will continue that conversation with. So I need to ensure that we're always ready to attend to our customers. And we even run an almost 24/7 service where most of the time, when you reach out to us, you'll find someone to respond to you. So you have to take a look at your business. Your business does not have to be 24/7. But the hours of operation that you've shared with your customers, you have to ensure that during that time frame, you are available, you are online, you're dedicating your time, your energy to respond and get them to that finish line where they don't only buy, but when you deliver your product and your service successfully to that customer. Also, when it comes to your operational efficiency, one key thing you also have to focus on is outsourcing the things that are not very important to your business. You don't have to do everything. So take a look at your business and understand what is core to my business and what can I outsource. For example, if you own a fashion brand, for example, half of the time, you're not going to be in charge of delivery. Now, if you're in charge of delivery, you better have an efficient operations that makes you deliver successfully, right? But half of the time, you're probably going to work with third parties that is a delivery company that probably helps you to deliver your product and your service to your customers. You have to ensure that you outsource that part because that is not your core business. But even as you're outsourcing that part, make sure that you're working with the best, because at the end of the day, your customer does not care whether you outsourced it. The customer thinks that everything has to do with you, and that's a part of your business. So they're looking at the entire process from when I ordered to when it was delivered to me. How seamless was the product? How was their customer service? How was the delivery? Was it on time? Was it what I requested? Is it exactly as I expected it to be? Those are the things that makes your operation efficient. But make sure that you're not doing it all, especially if it's not your core. For me, I offer a service business. So my customers have to come into a building to get our services. And so we ensure from the time they walk into our property up until the time they step out, they are having a wow experience. And that's what we're focusing on. So when they leave, they are happy, they're satisfied. And we also ensure that we ask them, how was the service? What do you love about it? What don't you like about it? Because we want to improve for the next customer. And so we're doing everything within our power to make our operations more efficient from when they step in, actually even from when they order, right? So from when they place the order, when they order, via DM, do we make all the information available to them? How long does it take for them, for us to respond to them? And then when they make payments and when they schedule the appointment, how does all of that work? You have to consistently improve that process, because the more efficient you are in your business, the more customers you're able to serve. The more customers you're able to serve, guess what? The more money you're able to make, and you're able to smash your 10 millionaire target for the month. That's how it works. Now, when it comes to your operational strategy, something else you want to do is to maximize your resources. Now, when it comes to your resources, you have people, you have time. Now, let's start with people. If you have a team that you're working with, make sure that you have the right people working for you. People that understand your vision, people that understand where you're going and how you intend to get there. Make sure you have the right people on the seat. Do not manage people. Train them. And if they're unwilling to be trained, guess what? Find the right people in your team so that you can always achieve your goal and your objective. Also, something else that you need to focus on when it comes to people is, besides you putting the right people on the seat, make sure that those people understand their roles and their responsibilities, and make sure that you're holding them accountable. One thing I always tell people is this: you have to continuously train your staff. One, they don't own your business. Two, they're not as passionate as you are, and they don't really care. And it's okay that they don't really care. It's not their business. So you have to make them care. And how do you do that? Make sure that you're always training them at every opportunity. Make sure that you're supervising your business to ensure they're doing things the right way. Make sure you're documenting how things need to be done so that they don't have to use their discretion at all times. There is a process. There is a system. Follow this process and you get the same result all the time. It is extremely important. That way, you save yourself the stress, the headache of your team members using their discretion. Okay? So make sure that you're training your team, retraining them, and hold them accountable to the job that you've assigned to them. Also, another thing you have to pay attention to is your time. How do you manage your time and your business? Because for you to be efficient, you have to be somebody who is working and operating at the most optimal level when it comes to time management. So how are you managing your time? How are you managing the time of your team? Are they being efficient when it comes to their time? Are they serving customers on time? Are they delivering products on time? There is no room for mediocrity when you're trying to achieve your goal. And now we're talking about 10 million naira in a month. We have just 30 days to get to this finish line. So there is no room to waste. You have to make good use of your time. You have to make good use of the people that are working for you. Also, something else you want to pay attention to is maximizing, resources like technology. Thank God to technology, we're able to do a lot of things. So take a look at your system, take a look at your business. Where can you impute technology? Because technology makes us go faster. So we don't have to stress ourselves. We're doing a lot of things. A lot of manual things take time. So look at places and areas where you could employ technology to do the work so that life is easier for your business. It's easier for your people. It reduces the errors that happen in your business. It makes things faster. Now, it might come at a cost, but is it worth it? Those are the things you have to look at. So often, many small business owners are so focused on money and they're looking at ways not to spend. At the end of the day, if you want to build a business, if you want to scale your business, you're going to have to spend money one way or the other. So your goal should be, where should I spend my money that'll bring me the most return on investment? And technology is one thing that can be so helpful. So make sure you're researching, your industry to be able to understand the technology that you can use to make things much faster for your business. Now, another critical part of operational strategy is your customer service and speed of fulfillment. How you treat your customers is so important because we know cash is king. And guess what? The customers bring the cash that we need for our business. And how we treat our customers determine how long we're going to stay in business. So it's very important that you're always reviewing your customer service. How do we treat our customers? How do we make our customers feel? Now, you might not get it 100% of the time, but it is your job to get it at least 90% of your time. So make sure that you're measuring your business, your interactions on a day-to-day basis. How did I make this customer feel? If you're a one-man business, then you're measuring yourself. How did I serve this customer? Was I rude to this customer? Was I nice to this customer? What is my standard way of working? And we can't work by emotions, because that's one thing that many small business owners do, most especially when they're solopreneurs. They work based on how they feel on a particular day. So if a customer is messing with them, they can afford to be rude. Guess what? Even sometimes those customers might deserve to be rude too. But you have to refrain yourself, because guess what? You're building something bigger than you. You're building an entity that should outlive you and live outside of you. And you cannot afford to bring your emotions to your business. So create a standard way of interacting with your customers. Set cues for yourself that'll help you interact with customers. And based on your experience with customers, you know things that customers are most likely to ask for. You already have a predisposed message that you can send in return for when this response comes. Spend time on your business, maybe to audit your business, maybe to know, okay, when a customer comes, whether it's like by the phone or let's say it's a message, what am I going to say? How do we intend to greet our customers? How do we intend to share and talk about our product and our services? When our customers say something that is different, how do we intend to respond to them while still staying professional? You talk to many companies on a day-to-day basis. You're calling your phone company when there's an issue. You're calling those bigger companies when there's an issue. How do they respond to you? Take clues from those people. They need your money, and that's why they invest in heavily in customer service. You have to learn the same. You don't have any reason to be rude to any customer. No. Because this is a business. You need money for your business. You need your customers' money for your business. So you have to ensure that you are working on making your customer service super efficient, and the speed to which you deliver your product and your services has got to be A1. You can't tell a customer that you're going to deliver their service at a certain time and date, and you fail on that time and date. Guess what? They're going to lose their trust in you. Even if they get it 3 days later, 2 days later, as long as it's past the day that you told them, you're losing their trust in you, and they don't have that faith in you. And guess what? You lose that opportunity of them referring your business to the next person, because they cannot even guarantee your business on your behalf. One thing I've learned in the United States is this: when you order a product or a service, most often, let's say the company says you're going to get that product or that service in, let's say, 5 days. Guess what? They have multiplied that 5 days by 2. So on a good day, you probably get in 2 days. And that's why they're telling you 5 days. So that way, when you receive it, guess what? You're like, oh my goodness, it came early. No, it did not come early. They already calculated it in their delivery. And so they told you in 5 days, but they know that they can make it happen in 2 days. So that way you're wild and you're like, oh my God, they delivered early. And guess what? You're going to tell your friend, can you imagine? I ordered that bag from this store and they delivered in 2 days, even though they promised me 5 days. Guess what? They want another customer just by over delivering. So put that into your business. And how are you going to do that? You have to spend time understanding how your business works. So you have to map out how your business works and begin to look for the opportunities that you can improve. So let's say, you deliver products and services to people, and let's say you outsource the delivery to a third service, to a third party. And that third party maybe would deliver on a good day, let's say in 3 days. Tell that customer they're going to get it in a week. If they're going to work with a week, that's fine. If they tell you, oh no, I need it less than a week, then that becomes an extra service that you can actually introduce. Oh, we do next day delivery at an extra charge. That's how you can upsell your service, right? So you have to look for ways to get very creative, because in your creativity, you're going to find other areas that you can actually make more money. Let me give you another example. So in my business, we have a service where our service is time-based. So you have to book an appointment and you have to show up at that specific appointment. Now, I noticed that Nigeria is such a unique place where people do not like to keep to time. All right. So what did we do? Rather than having a lot of customers beg us and say, oh no, there was traffic, I couldn't get there on time, and all of that, we introduced a service called flexible booking. So rather than you having a fixed appointment, we're going to allow you to have a flexible appointment for an extra charge. So that way, we're going to treat you like a VIP. You can walk in anytime, but you're going to pay extra for it. Same thing with your service. Let's say you have to go out there and deliver a service to somebody, right? Okay, we deliver within 7 days. If you want it within 3 days, it's an extra charge. Guess what? If you do everything within your power to deliver, that's an avenue for you to make more money. But you have to be efficient in your operations. That's why I said this module is a make or break of a business. It determines the failure or the success of your business. How you run your business, the day-to-day running of your business is actually integral and critical to the success of your business. So if you want to make 10 million in a month, your operational strategy has got to be A1. A1. And for it to be A1, you've got to understand everything about your business and begin to look at the loopholes and begin to fix those loopholes. That's how you get better. And that's how you're able to service even more customers and make more money for yourself and your business. Now, something else that is also very crucial when it comes to your operational strategy is managing your cost and your profit. You have to pay attention to your profit margins. So many small business owners don't even understand everything needed, for their business, for them to service their business or their product. You have to understand your numbers. What does it take for you to be able to service a customer? What are all the products, from your fixed costs, your variable costs? What are all of the costs? What's your profit margin? Right? You need all of these numbers, because in order for you to be able to make, a minimum of 10 million in a month, you need to be able to know how many sales do I need to make? And what does that equate to when it comes to profit? Many times we actually even know our revenue. Oftentimes we don't even know what our profit margin is. What is the profit margin on your business? For every item you sell, how much money do you get to keep? And then what's the cost of you producing that product or that service? Putting into consideration all of the cost that is needed in order for you to be able to service that product or business. It's important for you to understand your cost, understand your numbers. You don't have to be, an accountant. You don't have to know, all the things when it comes to numbers, but you have to understand your business. So it's important that you're monitoring your cost very closely. One of the things that I do is every day I'm looking at my numbers. I'm looking at my expenses on a day-to-day basis. So that even at a week, if I notice I'm spending too much money this week, why? Why am I spending so much money? Right? What is changing? So that it's not up until the end of the month that I'm like, oh my God, I spent 5 million doing what? Right? So you have to monitor your costs closely, where you are noticing every change in your cost, in your services, in all of your expenses, and make sure that you're also monitoring your profit, because for every time your expenses goes up, guess what? Profit is coming down. For every time expenses go down, guess what? profit is coming up. So you want to make sure that you're monitoring those numbers. You want profit to keep going up, expenses keep coming down. And in order for that to happen, you have to understand your business and ensure that you're filling up the gaps so that you're more efficient. That's why operations is a big deal. How you run your business on a day-to-day basis is a big deal. So I want you to take this module seriously. Watch this video at least 3 times so that you're able to understand the things that you need to do in your business so that you're able to achieve your goal and surpass the target of making 10 million on a monthly basis. Now, one of the most important things when it comes to operational strategy is tracking, right? It's important that you're tracking everything in your business. You're tracking your numbers, you're tracking your expenses, you're tracking your profit, you're tracking your number of leads, your number of sales, the number of customers that you attend to on a day-to-day basis. You're tracking the process. How many customers reach out to me? Why don't they reach out to me? Why don't they complete their process at the end of the day? Why didn't they buy? What prevented them from buying? How many customers did I deliver to today? How many was I supposed to deliver today? Why didn't I meet my target? Why did I meet my target? It's important that you track it. Numbers has got to be your best friend because the more you understand your business number-wise, the more you're able to grow because you know the path to focus on, and that gives you the strength and the power to grow your business. Your operational strategy is what is going to turn your business goal into reality. It's one thing for you to have a goal to want to make 10 million in a month. Your operational strategy is what is going to determine whether you're going to make it or not. So if your operational strategy is not in place, if you don't have a solid plan on how you're going to get there, you're not going to get there. So I want you to pay attention to how you run your business. Now, it's okay for us to have made mistakes, but that's why you're enrolled in this course. So you can learn and unlearn certain things that are affecting your business so that you can begin to adapt, the right habits for your business so you're able to grow and structure your business in a way that would help you scale. You want to make sure that every tool, every person, every time, every resource, every technology, everything that has to do with your business is being used to its fullest potential. You have to pay attention to everything about your business. And it's going to take you some time. But once you're looking at your business from a different lens on a day-to-day basis, that will help you get there. So one of the things I'd like you to do today is take a look at your business and map out your value stream. Now, what do I mean by that? I want you to map out your product and your service. What are all the steps you need to be able to deliver or produce your product and your service? And what are all the things that you need in order for you to be able to deliver that product and that service to your customer, right? Map all of that out and then check within the steps. Where are you finding issues? Where can you optimize? Where can you improve? And go and start improving. Now, you might not improve everything at once, but it will take you time and just start. That's the most important thing. Let me quickly share a few things, with my business and what we do on a day-to-day basis that is helping us stay on top of our operational strategy. Now, one of the things we do that is important is we have to make sure that our property is kept clean. All of the staff have to update the employee checklist on a day-to-day basis. What do we need? General maintenance of the property is always done on a day-to-day basis. They're always updating the look and feel of the product. We have certain rules that, we ensure that all the staff are following. We also have certain policies that guide the way we treat our customers. So for example, all our customers have to leave our property happy. We have to stay flexible. We would always give 15 minutes grace. Like I said, we're an appointment-based business. And so people have to come at a certain time. So we introduced, okay, we're going to offer 15 minutes grace to every customer that walks in so that, regardless of the reason why they're late, they have that grace period, right? We have to be very aggressive when it comes to our marketing, both offline and online. Something else we did was to ensure that we're super friendly with our customers. We also even introduced how we need to compliment our customers because we noticed that when the customers walk in and we compliment them, it makes them feel more relaxed. It helps them to feel more loved. And we notice that it actually makes us more sell because they spend more time. And the more time you spend at our property, the more money you're paying because we're an appointment-based business, right? So this is some of the things that works for us. So you have to do the same for your business. We have to understand what is working for my business and what do I need to change? What do I need to improve? And where can I get started today? Now, many of those things are not going to cost you money. They're just going to cost you time. They're going to cost your creativity where you actually have to look look into your business, where you begin to look at ways that you can actually improve your business. So that's the assignment that I have for you today, so that you're able to have a big picture of your business and know exactly where you need to improve and how you need to become more efficient when it comes to your operations. One thing I'll leave with you today is this: success is not about working hard, it's about working smart. So when you know the right places to improve in your business, guess what? It would affect your bottom line and it will improve your chances of reaching your 10 million hour goal. Here is me wishing you the best today, and I hope that you're able to take time to digest this module. Like I said, go over it at least 2 or 3 times so you're able to understand exactly what you need to do and apply those same things to your business. And I'll see you in module 4. Bye.